Hey you lovely people, how are you all doing this beautiful day? I'm Ishna and I welcome you back to my channel. Today you're up for another fragrance review, and this time I will be reviewing these two fine perfumes from the house of Enchanteur. So if you want to know everything about these two perfumes, then please keep on watching. But before we get started, please spare a moment to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon next to it so that you're notified for all my future uploads. Now let's dive into these two fragrances and find out every detail. Okay, before I get into the fragrances, as usual, what's on my lips today, I'll just quickly cover. I'm wearing Touch of Spice from Maybelline. I'm trying to actually finish this up because if you look at it, it's in a very bad condition. It's tilted and it's kind of breaking down. That is the problem with this creamy matte, so I'm trying to use it up. So that is exactly what's on my lips today. Now let's talk about the fragrances. Now I have these two perfumes. They are calling these fine perfumes from Enchanteur. This one is called Princess and this one is called Beauté. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, but I'm not sure, but nonetheless. So both of these are very basic cardboard packaging. The color scheme is just different. This is white and lavender and this is pink and white. So very basic packaging. It's cardboard. At the back of both these fine fragrances, fine perfumes, you will get information about the fragrance. So that is pretty much it. This is a fragrance that is kind of made in Indonesia, I think, because this is written, produced and distributed by an address and then Indonesia. It is imported by Wipro Enterprises. So yeah, it's imported in India. I initially thought, and initial readings of mine thought, I understood that this is kind of an Indian company, but this is not. So I rectify myself. This is imported in India. This is Indonesia made. Now Enchanteur is known for their fragrances to have a lean towards French perfumery. So these are exactly on those lines as well. I will cover everything, just a bit more on the outside packaging. On the top also you get the name and color scheme right here, and when you open the packaging there is no safety lid here, which is very different from other perfumes, and your perfume is housed here. It's blank because I have taken it out, but that is pretty much for the outside packaging. Let's talk about the inside packaging. These come in transparent bottles. This is a pink liquid, this is a lavender liquid. Beauté is the lavender one, Princess is the pink one. Now the only issue that I have with the packaging is this looks good. This is glass bottles, so it will keep your perfume intact as well. Components won't break down, so everything is good. The only drawback is that the lid is not super secure. Like, see, it comes off, it doesn't stick together. So if you want to take it out of the box, you have to, I mean, normally that is the first thing that we pull it through using the lid, right? If you use the lid for this one, your lid will come off and then you have to take off the fragrance separately. This is something that needs to be worked upon, because no matter how much I press on, there is no click sound that ensures that your lid is sitting exactly fitting on your perfume bottle. So this is a drawback which needs to be improved, I believe, because otherwise, this being a glass bottle as well, these are quite sleek enough to be put into purses and carry it around. So that is why I can tell you that this is something from the fragrance perspective, from the packaging perspective, this needs to be improved upon. Okay, let's cover Princess first. I'm anyways always having an affinity towards pink colored liquid fragrances. Please excuse the background noises. The bikes continuously go on and off. I try to wait and for them to pass on, but then I've given it up. Noises will be there, I can't control, so yeah. Okay, let's cover the come to the notes for this. This is Princess. This is the pink one. It looks very pretty. The pink colored liquid is there in the transparent bottle. You have a pink sticker all through, not all through. One portion of the sticker is in the front with the pink rose and the name, and on the back you have another pink sticker with all the necessary information for the fragrance. Now let us spray. The spray mechanism is good. That atomizer is silver and it sprays very beautifully and uniformly. This one. Now interestingly, this one doesn't have a watermelon like note, but after a mix of all the notes, it comes and appears to be a kind of a watermelon like feel to me. It might not be the exact case. for everybody, but it kind of smells a bit like watermelon to me when I consider all the notes are mixed in. Now let me talk about the notes, then I can tell you that watermelon is not there, but it somehow creates that watermelon like feel for me. So now at the top you actually have apple, peaches and gardenia. So it starts off with a fruity floral kick. It's a fruity floral fragrance right at the onset, and that's what goes on. At the heart you have freesia and jasmine, again floral continues, and at the base you have French vanilla and musk. Now the musk in this one is a creamy musk and not a dry musk, so that is why it creates a very cozy, very soothing effect when you wear it on your self. It's a very pretty scent, but when I mix, I get a hint of all the notes together. The final juice that comes out, and when it's is sprayed onto your body, it evolves, and in the dry down it comes together to form like a watermelon like feel to me, honestly. But there is no watermelon note in it. Now what I understand, maybe the apple, the peach, since those are very fruity, and it slowly moves into the floral heart, and then it moves on vanilla and all. That's why, maybe, I don't know why, but I feel this has a watermelon like hint. It is not watermelon, I'm saying every time, but yeah, the overall appeal for me is kind of a watermelonish. Yeah, apple, peaches are right there from this onset. Gardenia, freesia and your jasmine are not as overpowering, because the fruity part conquers this fragrance. The floral parts comes in later on, and you can barely get the hint of vanilla. Yeah, you can barely get the hint of vanilla. Musk is definitely there, because I can definitely smell the musky bit, but I am not able to pick up vanilla much, honestly, on this fragrance. I don't know why, but that is it. Now what I have noticed is that Enchanteur prefers notes like apple and freesia very frequently, because this one is very similar to this variant of Enchanteur, the Paris Belle Amour. This one and this one is not exactly same, so if you think that this is an exact dupe that you're looking at, it's not the case. This is similar, this is on the same lines. The pink liquid also indicates, I was having a hunch while buying this as well that this might turn out to be same, but it is not same. They are different, but it's kind of similar. I mean, the essence is similar, however the characteristics of these two are different. So but this one also has apple in it, so that is why. So I believe Enchanteur prefers roses and apples in their fragrance. Now interestingly, this one has the picture of rose, this one doesn't have the notes of rose in it. That is very weird, because I know Enchanteur is known for their roses, but you're giving pink rose on the picture and there is no element of rose in it. It is not rosy. Precisely why I love this so much. This is very, you can see I have used it up quite a lot as well. More so because this acts like a body mist. So you need to apply this like a body splash and enjoy I mean, take a shower in it, so that you can have a decent longevity. This one will not last on your skin more than 2 hours. Okay, so if you over spritz it, treat it as a body splash and wear it, then you will get a very good long wear time, maybe 4 to 5 hours as well, depending upon the humid situation you are in and how much you're sweating and everything, keeping that climatic situation and your body chemistry in mind. If you over spritz it, you can get the remnants of this on your skin for at least 4 to 5 hours. On your clothes it works similar lines. It's not that it performs extremely well on clothes and it doesn't perform well on skin. That is not the case. The performance is pretty straight. I mean, you get 2 to 3 hours maximum wear time on skin. On clothes, if you over spritz it as well, on skin as well as on clothes, if you over spritz it, you will get wear time of 4 to 5 hours. Now, as the name suggests, Princess, it's a very fruity floral, it's a happy fragrance. So I don't see any restriction of which age group should wear it, because fragrances are something that anybody can wear it. But yeah, but yes, if I have to place an age tag on this fragrance, this will be befitting every teenage girl, college going girl who are a bit girly, because this is very girly, this is very feminine, this is elegant. It is not out there, it's not overpowering, overwhelming or inoffensive in any way. It's a very delicate, it's a very elegant, it's a very nice fragrance. Considering it is done keeping French perfumery in mind, it is done quite nicely. On Indian humid situation, you will have to apply this, like tons of it, to get the maximum wear time that you can enjoy. You can wear it and travel. If you want to carry this with you, you will have to carry it with the box itself, because see, I have been wearing it, but I didn't throw out the box. Even after, of course, because I had to review, but even after the review is done, I won't be throwing the box away, because I cannot carry this glass bottle just like that. It will have the risk of breakage. So if you want to carry, even with the box as well, the box is pretty sleek, so you can carry it, being 100 ml as well. The carrying part shouldn't be difficult, considering the box is very slim and lean. But if you're just carrying a clutch, this is not for you. You won't be able to carry it. Wear something else that day. Wear this and keep this for another day. So that is pretty much it for this one. The price point is same for the other one as well. So the marked price for Beauty and Princess is $599. Of course, you will get discounts, so you can definitely save some more money when you buy it on discount. Let's move on to the other one, which is Beauty. Here you have the purple or lavender colored rose on the sticker. The spray is nice as well. I love this one. This is, you know what this fragrance reminds me of? Probably the most common every fragrance that you will get to sniff, or that is available in the market, or the fragrance that hits you directly when you enter the departmental store. This is very much on the same lines. But trust me, I went through almost my entire fragrance collection just to find a dupe for this, or something that's similar smelling like this. And even the notes which come close to this fragrance that I have in my kitty, they are not same. When I sprayed it next to each other, even the dry down are not same. So this smells similar from the start. Smells very common, but it's not the case. I'll tell you why. Let me first cover what is in there, so you can understand what am I talking about. You will get a mix of pear, bergamot and nectarine in the top. Freesia and honeysuckle, and maybe jasmine is in the heart as well. And at the base you have amber, musk and vanilla. So you will think it's a very common combination, right? You will get tons of perfumes in the market which has got pear, bergamot, freesia, honeysuckle, jasmine, all these notes mixed with vanilla, amber. Yes, it is very, very, very common smelling. So there is nothing honestly supremely unique about it when you spray it on yourself. But I tried, because the note story is kind of similar, I tried comparing this with Celeste from Titan. It's not the same, definitely. It's very different. I also felt that this kind of reminds me of Secret Temptations Adore. It doesn't. When I sprayed both the perfumes next to each other, they are not same. So this feels very common, this smells very similar, but it is not. So that is the beauty of Beauty. So it's a beautiful fragrance. I love it like anything. The other one, Princess, is like heavily into fruity punch. This one also has got tons of fruity elements in it. I mean, you have got pear in it, you have got bergamot in it, but the floral part is equally strong here due to the honeysuckle, the freesia, the jasmine, all of this, and the vanilla here is strong as well. You can make it out. The amber, the vanilla, the musk. It's beautiful. Yeah, it also gives you that cozy feeling that I was talking about Princess, but I kind of like this a bit more, because Princess, I have got a replica. Now, if I talk about the longevity part, I think this is a better deal. For Princess, I think that's a better deal than Bellamore, because Bellamore just doesn't last and it's expensive if I compare, because these are all $599, 600 rupees, and on discount you will get it around $499 or something like that. But for the other one, it's $750. The Bellamore range, the Paris Bellamore and the Paris range, it's $750 or something like that. So you're paying more and it doesn't last. Here you're paying less, and if you overspritz it, then it lasts. So it's good. The longevity part is same here as well. It doesn't last more than 2 to 3 hours on your skin maximum. Of course, overspraying will give you more wear time. But if you're in a humid climate and you're sweating a lot, the overspraying will also not save you for a long time, because this acts like a body mist. So this is also very soft, very delicate, but not exactly like a Barbie kind of a thing. The Princess one, it's candy sweet as well at times. Yeah, it's sweet. It's very much sweet. This one is not all sweet, so it has a bit of difference. Yeah, so this one is something that demands attention. I have used this quite a lot as well, but since I love this so much, I'm saving it, because honestly for Princess I have a backup, which is the Bellamore one. I mean, it's quite similar. If I wear that or this, ultimate effect, nobody will be able to spot out the difference unless they are coming and smelling your skin. So it's that close. It's quite similar, at least in the dry down. I'm not saying the Note Story is exactly carbon copy. They are not, but they're very similar. So the effect on your skin and on your clothes is quite similar. I can run out of Princess very soon, but I'll be saving Beauty, because this one is really, really beautiful. The pear note changes the entire game for this fragrance, to be very frank. And most importantly, since this has a bergamot element in it at the top, it gives you a fresh kick as well. So it's not only fruity floral, it's also fresh added to it. So this is more versatile. Now, so I'm really recommending this for you. Now for both of these, the lasting power I have already mentioned, but the projection is okay-ish. I mean, if you wear it initially 10 minutes, people will be able to smell it on you. After that, the projection doesn't work. So the sillage is also not great. It's decent. It's initially going to leave a trail because it will create an impression, but it will soon fade away. So that is pretty much it from the sillage perspective as well. Now the age group, I have already said that teenagers and college going girls will enjoy it. Somebody who is mature, they can understand the layers in this fragrance and can actually appreciate the notes as they surface. I will definitely recommend Beauty more over Princess. And application, both of these seem to be daytime application for me. Of course, you can wear this one for evening as well. This one might be a bit sticky, sweet kind of a thing in the evening. But then again, trust me, these are just basic discrimination you can do, or else you can just wear the time you want. There is no hard and fast rule, and I don't like restrictions on perfumes, to be very frank. So that is pretty much it for these. So yes, with that we have come to the end of this video. I hope you had a fun time watching this video. If you did, then don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and comment in the comment section if you have used any of these or you plan to use any of the fragrances I have reviewed from Enchanteur. What are your thoughts? I am very eager to read that. So let's make the comment section chatty. And I'll leave the links of both of these fragrances in the description box below, just in case if you want to check it out. And if you have come this far, thank you for watching the video, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and you have ring the bell icon next to it so that you're notified for all my future uploads. And all my social media details will be there in the description box below as well, just in case if you want to connect with me over social media. I will try to take all your perfume review suggestions. It takes time to gather, but they will be coming, so stay tuned for that. So yes, I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye.